Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for December. So we're going to start off with, well, first of all, I have some cards out here. We'll get to those. We're going to start off with this affirmation card. Pulled one for everyone, and yours is Sanctuary. Good for you. It seems you've earned some time away from the chaos of life. It could be as small as a bubble bath or as big as a trip. Or maybe it's a small trip to a bubble bath, or a normal sized trip to a tiny bubble bath, or maybe you tripped and fell in someone's bath. Whatever it is, it's waiting for you with open arms. Just pick your favorite sanctuary and unplug for a bit, especially if a bath is involved. It's interesting that it talks about bath because I think bath is, water is so much about emotions, and I feel like, sanctuary is calming, so very much connected. For me, being a mom, and I think a lot of other moms can relate, a sanctuary is sometimes just sitting in your car and playing some music and just being alone and just being in that calm because there's so much chaos around. So look at these cards, Sagittarius. We've got strength here. This is what energies will be flowing with you this month. Very interesting. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Where should you be focusing this month? We also have Five of Swords reversed. What challenges might you face this month? Not unexpected. And Death reverse is something you should work towards letting go. So, okay. So work towards letting go. We get a card reversed about letting go, and it almost reads to me kind of like Spirit is having fun and using a double negative. Like I don't not know something means that you do know it. You know what I mean? Double negative. So I feel like letting go of trying to control things, letting go of holding back, letting go of being resistant to change is what that message is there. And I just feel like, especially with the Sanctuary card, was kind of fun. I feel like there's like the tarot cards were like, oh, we can be fun too. Strength. What energies will be flowing this month? And I love strength. And actually it does relate to Death in reverse as well, because strength is a card about your inner strength. It is about you conquering your negativity, you conquering your fears. And look at her, just because the strength in this card is not the lion. Like you would expect the lion, the king of the jungle, to be the strong one here, but she has tamed this lion. She's tamed her wild side. And it's not enough for her to tame the lion. We're also going to keep this tornado at bay in the back too. I almost feel like the tornado is like, I don't know, like there's a negative vortex of negative thinking in your mind that you're just like, nope, not today. Like that, not today, Satan attitude, just picking up and walking off with confidence. There is something too, there is like a neurological and advantage, I would say. There is something about that, like of standing up straight and putting your shoulders back. Like there is something that happens in your brain that helps you with confidence. I feel like a lot of times when you don't feel confident and you do that, it's kind of like a fake it till you make it moment, but that there is something that switches in your brain and helps you to be more confident, just taking that body posture. So that is important, because if you're not feeling confident, just project that confidence, and then all of a sudden you're kind of like channeling, like, okay, what would strength do? What would this girl, this woman in this card who is the epitome of strength, what would she do? And then you start emulating that, and then you realize, wait a second, strength to do what I'm doing. I am strong. We've got the King of Pentacles here, and where you should be focusing your attention. So the king, it's good to be the king. Maybe you focus your attention on eating some chocolate cake and drinking wine. That's what I'm taking from this card. But the king has been through so much. He's been through it all. Like he's been through the journey. He has been through every step of it. I also feel like the king is somebody he watches out for others, even though he is here like enjoying himself, and he's sitting on his throne. Like he is in charge of other people. He's also looking out for them. So while you, and then there's something to that posture as well of the confidence, because I feel like, you know, confidence for you, Sagittarius, is important. And why might it be important? Well, we've got the Five of Swords over here and what challenges you might face this month. And that would be letting go of some petty squabbles, some anger issues with other people, maybe some passive aggressive things that might come up in work or with family or with friends. The Five of Swords is, like, you can see these three witches are trying to do something. They're trying to make something. They're presumably working together. They're co-workers at the potion factory. And one is kind of like taking over. And it's also interesting that it seems like maybe it's the youngest one too, that it just comes in here and it's like, I know what I'm doing and I'm just going to take over, and I don't really care about what other people are doing. So you might be the young witch who just, you're like, hey, this tarot reader on the internet told me I'm supposed to be the King of Pentacles. That means I know exactly what I'm doing over here and you guys should listen to me. No, the King of Pentacles would go in and take charge for sure, but he listens to other people as well. So everybody that you meet knows something that you don't know. And the smartest person alive was said to be Socrates. And he was said to be the smartest person alive because his famous quote was that he knows nothing. And I think it's really important to understand that, like, in the grand scheme of things, even as much as we can focus on any particular subject, the truth is we know nothing. We absolutely know nothing. So when you're working together with other people, even if you do know a little bit more than they do about the thing, it's not productive to engage in these types of activities where you alienate somebody who's supposed to be helping you and who you're supposed to be helping. Like, even if this witch knows more than this one, is this one learning anything from it? No. So there's better ways to handle things. Where I work with my family, and my mom and my brother, like, they just have communication issues. My brother gets angry with my mom, and it's just the way that she says things. And it's not, like, my brother is the young witch. And then my mom is this one. And I can come in and say the same exact same thing to either one of them and get my point across, just because I know how to communicate with them. So your challenge this month is learning the best way to communicate with people, because you can absolutely tell somebody the exact same thing but in a different way, and then they're able to grasp it and understand it. And it's weird how that happens. But I feel like the King of Pentacles, and this is where you need to be focusing your attention, knows that. And he can say things, just so check energies, check what you're saying, try not to be passive aggressive. Because that's not productive to anybody, and that just gets everybody upset and wound up. And so our challenge is we're going to communicate clearly with people, but productively. And sometimes you do have to say it a little bit nicer. Sometimes people like it blunt. Your challenge is, your strength is figuring out how to communicate effectively and be this leader that you need to be. And things are going to change. The only thing constant in this world is change. So it's embracing that change. So part of the change might be internal as well, because I feel like almost this strength and King of Pentacles energy, because I keep hearing the fake it till you make it. I think you need to project that. And maybe it's not a leadership position, isn't something that you are comfortable with, but I feel like it's time for you to step up and to start being comfortable with it, Sagittarius. So a leg up. Very interesting. And it's very interesting with the Five of Swords, because a lot of times we would get into a conflict or energy with our coworkers or family or whomever, and we would think, you know what, forget them. I can just do it myself. I don't need them. I'm good. But a leg up comes and lets you know, hey, it's time. Like, we need each other. We are all connected. Let's not be, it's not as difficult as you think to like help other people and let them help you. We've got this mama polar bear and the baby polar bear climbing on the back. So it might be connected to family. But I also feel like the King of Pentacles, I think I said something about the King of Pentacles being somebody who delegates and being somebody who like takes charge. So you might need to let people know that they have to work together. It's not necessarily the most pleasant conversation. Like if you're coming into the situation and you're like, hey guys, come on, let's work this out. Let's communicate. Let's get through this. And then Sagittarius, we've got clean it up. So I love clean it up as well. I always love clean it up. Who doesn't, right? I need this message myself personally, because it's not something that I'm not one of those clean freaks that I gravitate towards that. And if you are, I don't mean that negatively. I mean that I am looking at you from a positive point of view, because you know, keeping your area clean, keeping your relationships clean. Maybe there is clutter in your relationship. And what I mean by that is maybe there were some negative things said, and you know, you need to go back and clean that up and make sure that everybody's on the same page and everybody is thinking the same way. Because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of you working with other people this month, Sagittarius, but you're kind of taking that leadership role, and you're doing it, you know, you're doing a great job. It's just, don't take it too seriously where you like alienate people. We need to keep those lines of communication open, and we need to keep things clean, keep things tidy, whether that is your communications with other people, your emails, or whether that's your desk. Maybe there's so much clutter on your desk that it's difficult to work, and maybe you just need to take a day where you clean something up. And I know it feels like you're taking a step backwards, especially when you have so many tasks, but a lot of times that helps streamline things. Maybe it's even a spreadsheet that you need to clean up. So I feel like it's something that a lot of times we're kind of dreading and we know we need to do, and it's like, okay, actually carve out the time to do that. I love you, Sagittarius. Hope that you have a fantastic month. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Thank you.